Hi, I'm Conor O'Dwyer. Welcome to Rossmore House. We've been training on the Curragh since 2008 or 9. Fabulous facilities on the doorstep. We've a huge array of gallops. One outside our door, the wood chip gallop, fox covered, and the sand mile gallop on the schooling ground that we use mostly. And then we work the horses on the Old Vic. So fantastic facilities to have on your doorstep. Normally start around 7, feed the horses first, and some of the lads then would be tacking up, and we'd normally pull out around 7:30 for first lot. Depending on where they go, they're normally ridden to the gallops, and if it's work morning then sometimes we'd have them loaded in the horse box. We normally do a little tea break then after second lot, and we would normally have 4 to 5 lots on a typical morning. Then depending on whether we have to go racing or things like that, but this is just normally a general morning.
I've spent the morning with ex-jockey and trainer Conor O'Dwyer. Conor, thanks very much for having me down this morning.
More than welcome.
Give me a look around. It's an excellent facility, just on the footstep of the Conor training grounds. We went out for a couple of lots there this morning. It was great to see, and you've a lovely string.
Yeah, we were very busy all summer, thank God. Obviously, COVID had played its part and everything, but at the same time, the owners were very loyal, and all the horses stayed, and we had quite a busy summer, and horses are running super, and yeah, things are going nicely.
Just on your string of horses now going forward, maybe in the next couple of weeks or coming months, what's your plans?
Again, we probably had more good ground horses this year and flat horses than winter horses.
Yeah.
So going forward, well, obviously Dundalk will continue for the winter, so we'll have a good few flat ones. We had a couple of nice, have a couple of nice 2-year-olds that were placed, and they just needed a bit of time, and they're really coming to themselves now. So they'll continue on during the winter in Dundalk, and we've a couple of nice jumping horses too. Our good owner Hugo Kane owns 2 lovely horses called Capilano Bridge and Raj is a lad, who he recently purchased from the Point field. One run finished 3rd, so looking forward to both of those for the winter. And he also has a lovely mare called Fizzlestick. She just needs it very, very soft, so it's all about having the right race when the ground is there for her. But there's a couple to look forward to now, yeah.
A few to stick in the tracker there for everyone. One of your stable stars really, John S. You know, you'll always see him popping up, whether it be in Dundalk or the Curragh or somewhere like that, or even over hurdles. He's been a real star for you, hasn't he?
An unbelievable horse, really. As you say, he pops up everywhere, and thank God we got his first hurdle win into him this year. We were tried last year, and been placed. No reason he didn't win, just things didn't fall his way on the day at times. But he got his head in front well in Gorn, and he's again ground dependent. He won't be a winter horse, but at the same time we keep him on the go. Bit of mix, bit of flat, bit of jumping, and again he'll be back in Dundalk, but he'll get a nice break this kind of Christmas time for a month or 6 weeks. He's a funny horse. He's on the go. You keep him on the go because he keeps turning up, type of thing. So you never know when's the right time to stop. But definitely around that sort of time, you won't have good ground. So we'll give him a break then. But he's been unbelievable for the yard.
Paul Sathing was another one that actually won the other day.
Yeah, we had her a while back, probably a year ago, and she won 2 for us in Dundalk. The second race being a claimer, and she was claimed by Gavin Cromwell. And she didn't really perform up there for whatever reason, and the owner rang shortly after John S won in Dundalk in January and asked me would I take her back. He said he was just going to see could we rekindle her, or he was giving her a last chance. So she was second twice in Fairyhouse for us, and thank God she won the other day, because again it was her first win on the turf. So again, she'll stay on both grass and Dundalk for the winter as well.
So, Conor, what's your favourite thing about training in Ireland at the minute? If there's one thing.
I suppose to see the horses, not even win, but when they're running well, that they're, I suppose you just get a sense of doing things right. I always love the horses looking well, and everything obviously is about getting winners and you get more people, and but just personally, I love them looking well at the races, running to their ability. They don't always win, obviously, it's very competitive, but when you're on a constant sort of a run of horses running well, it's rewarding.
And is there one horse that we haven't touched on that maybe the people watching this can keep an eye on from Conor O'Dwyer's yard?
What's there? I suppose there's a filly. Well, there's a couple actually. Really, in the next few weeks before the ground goes, there's a lovely filly called Ever So Saucy. She had a horrendous accident out in the field actually one day, and she done a terrible job on her hind leg. But Triton Abbey veterinary have done unbelievable work to get her back. The owners have been unbelievably patient to keep going. She was third in Sligo there a couple of weeks ago, so I'd hope she'd get her head in front shortly. And then we've two-year-olds for the ladies' first syndicate, Barrettstown, who was only beaten a nose in his first nursery in Downroyal about 10 days ago, and Dreamcatcher, who's eligible now for a handicap mark. So both of those should take, hopefully both will get their heads in front before the turf season's out.
If there was anyone maybe sitting at home with that was interested maybe in joining the syndicate and getting involved with racing, what would you say to them?
Just come, any amount, any time, just give us a ring. We're always here, as I said, gates are always open, and just come and have a chat, have a look at the facilities, the Curragh gallops. Like there's 80 miles of gallops on 1,500 acres of land. It's just amazing, and they're maintained to the absolute best. And as I said, just pick up the phone, send an email, text, whatever, just come and there's no obligations, but just come and enjoy the day and sit down and chat.
And just maybe a wee novelty one to throw in here to finish off. The phone rings this evening or later on maybe in January time, is Mouse Morris asking you to ride one of the Golden Cup.
Well,
what does the answer be?
If he's bringing back War of Attrition, I'd say yes. It's like even Mouse knows to come across those horses. He celebrated the night Imperial Call won with myself and Audrey, and he just said to me, I want to go out with you to celebrate a Gold Cup win, because he said he couldn't see it happening to him, and little did he know 10 years later.
That's what that racing's all about.
That's it. You've no idea what's around the corner, or what horse comes into your yard, or what owner comes. It's very unknown, and it does keep the.
It's a great sport because it brings joy to so many people.
It does, as I said, and until people come and see horses close up or see what's happening in the yard, you don't really understand or get a feel for it. It's great on the TV, but to be there, to hear the horses going by, to really soak up the atmosphere, you need to be beside them.
Thanks very much, Conor. It was great chatting to you this morning. Thanks for showing me around.
No, that's
and I wish you all the very best.
It was great. Thank you.